Today I was getting so irritated. I was getting on my own nerves. But this one right here, y'all, this one is dedicated to Lanice. Actually, let me go this way. This one is dedicated to Lanice. I hate this. Let her to get to my spot. But so Lanice, we were talking about something on the live. And I told her, I'm like, no, let me cover that. Good thing is gonna work in this video, so I'm gonna talk about today's topic, and then I'm gonna talk about what I'm addressing for Lanice. So I hope you're doing good, sis. All right, judge them by this, and I'm probably gonna just focus on two things, but it could be a lot of other things, but that's just gonna be too long of a video. Judge them by this, y'all. When you see some people angry, some people got normal anger to things that's, normal to be angry about. You know what I mean? That's for example, like you're driving or something and someone hits your car, you might get angry about that or scared. But if you got money like that, you probably ain't even mad. Like, all right, let me go drive the other car. But, it's some healthy anger that we have. That's all I got to say. Okay. So especially now when you're meeting these new people, don't matter relationship or not, just meeting these new people. And the first time they show you some type of slight of anger, even if they're not yelling, this part, even if they're not yelling because, like, side supply trick, will always get real angry, but wouldn't say anything. Just get real quiet, I guess, the silent treatment, I guess, but wouldn't say anything. And those micro expressions. So, now I'm bouncing around, but stick with me. Yesterday was a dog, now it's a cat. This cat then just climbed the wall, y'all. I fisted her. Anyway, it will always be these little nasty micro expressions that used to really piss me off. So, like I said, once you meet someone, or not even meet, let's say you know somebody or a family member, or somebody you just haven't been around in a long time, or you guys grew apart or whatever, same thing. Just watch, pay attention, because the way they get angry, if it gets to the point where it's like full out rage, or they're yelling and screaming, or it's not making any sense on why they're mad, or they're getting mad for any little dumbass reason, like, that is like the first red flag. Now I ain't talking about, look, I ain't saying go start okay, sorry about that. I ain't saying, I don't know how much y'all heard, but I ain't saying go out there and start a full-fledged fight with someone just to see how, it smells like something died over here. It smells like dead gator. Ooh, and the wind just blew. I don't want you to be like triggering people to start an argument and see how they respond to disagreements or whatever. Don't do that. But their anger would tell you so much. I remember talking to this one guy, and like sometimes he'll be like, oh, I'll call you, or I text you, whatever. It may not be that time, but he would follow through. He'd follow through. Wasn't no big deal to me or nothing. And he would always apologize. I'm like, no, you don't need to apologize. It's okay. It's okay. You don't, it's not a big deal. We just cool. We cool. Not a big deal. And I just wasn't quick to, my point of that, I wasn't just quick to get angry. So I know some people like, well, that might be a red flag. If he said he was going to call you at 7, but he called you at 7:45, no, that's not a big red flag, Not for me. It's not. Okay. And I never saw this person angry. I never saw anything other than just a really bubbly person, really very, very nice person. So, but when people get angry, that tells you so much about them, y'all. Now, don't get me wrong. I get angry, you know, but not just for dumb little stuff. Now, look, first of all, I teach. I'm an educator, and these kids be turned up sometimes. Well, yes, y'all seen many of my videos where I have to be like, my voice is not here, y'all, so work with me, because I'm yelling, go sit down, go sit down. Now, I don't know, I won't even say that's anger. Maybe I'm just upset or a little bit frustrated that they're not listening, but I'm not gonna, like, really just, you know, crash out on the kids or anything like that. So when you're meeting these people and they get upset about something, especially if it's something out of your control or something that's stupid and they wants to crash out, that's it. We're done. I tell you, my cutoff game is strong, y'all. Cutoff game is strong. I wish this part wasn't here because it's just covering up the beauty of the water. Look, now I just scared myself up throwing the damn gators. Anyway, like, you could be like meeting them for something. Like I said, it doesn't have to be a relationship. And maybe you like 10 minutes later, something, you know, with good reason or something. They just flat out crash out like, well, I think that's disrespectful that you weren't on time and I had to wait 10 minutes and blah, blah, blah. Like, yo, that says so much. That says so much. And some of them now, it's getting to the point they so bold with it. The audacity is high where they would even crash out before they even meet you. These people over here, boy, with these charges. Anyway, they would even crash out like crazy even before they meet you. I saw a video with this one lady. She drove a long distance, you know, to go see someone. I told you, y'all, they over here. It's summertime out here, y'all. Look, I knew it was, no, that's not a Challenger. But he clowning. Anyway. And, dude just ended up crashing out on her or whatever. Just crashing out on her. And she did the right thing. She's like, nah, you know, I'm good. I'll go back home, because if he could do that over the phone, imagine what he would have did when he seen her or whatever. And the other thing is ghosting. When people go radio silent on you for no particular reason, and I know, you guys. You just be wanting that closure, like what happened, why, whatever. It doesn't even really matter. Okay, it really doesn't really matter why they did it. It's just like, because if you go like asking questions and whatever and wanting closure from that, it makes you look like the crazy one. Because I always say this, I make time for whatever I want to make time for, just like I make time to make these videos. So if it was someone that I wanted to hang out with or do anything with, I'm going to make that time. And, you know, and they have that same option as well. So if they don't want to make that time for you or whatever, who are you to try to force it? Narco not, just anybody, okay? But that also shows you, you know, who they are, you know, in this damn respect, because, you know, even if something's not working out or whatever, I mean, you can be adult enough, even kids can do this, but adult enough to be like, well, you know, we got a lot of things in common, but, you know, this is what it is, and, you know, but you are a nice person. But I didn't want to just not, you know, I wanted to let you know, because, you know, I know probably after this we won't really see each other or talk anymore or as much, but you're at least telling that person, so that person is cool, because not everything works out, and you got to be able to take that rejection. You know what I mean? Look, I always got to do some comparison, y'all. It's like, look, it's like you're looking for an apartment or, you know, buying a car or whatever. They run your credit or whatever, and you really had your heart on this particular apartment or this particular house or car, but they come back and they say, hey, your credit good, but it ain't good enough to get the one you want, but here's your options. Okay? I mean, you just can't get mad. You can only get what your options are. So if this person, you know, crashes out or ghosts you, you know, you're just not an option for them. Okay, you're just not an option for them. And thank them, because they're not wasting your time. Even the ghosting, even the ones that ghost. But the ones that tell you that thank them because they're not wasting your time and they're being honest. Or even if they did have a reason why, at least you would know what that is. So if it's something major, you can work on that. That's all I gotta say. If it's something major, you can just work on that. But so I'm gonna stop this video because I was supposed to try to tie in what I was gonna talk to little niece about. It's still kind of the same thing, but I don't want to make this video too long. This is just really feeling good out here. Duck still out. And I gotta go home because the neighbor said the cat didn't have babies outside the crib, so it's cats that's running around in my dang on yard. They ain't my cats though. One of them really pretty though, but I was like, alright, but I don't want to call the people on the cats. I'm not gonna knock on the cats. Ooh, this weed feels so good. Hopefully this next video, it won't be that long, I know that for sure. But hopefully it don't cut out as I walk. Okay? But let's talk about that one. Be blessed. I hope this video resonated. I kind of like had other things that I wanted to say, but I'm just like, I'm just freestyling this one. I am. I'm pretty much just freestyling this one. Oh, yeah. I got y'all. So it's yeah. Catch me on the next one.